Hey everybody, Jason here. I'm back today with a quick story for you guys. I just got back from doing some 8-scale nitro racing. I raced a nitro JBRL event out at RCTracks Las Vegas. I had a great time. My e-buggy was amazing. I actually qualified 6th in e-buggy, and I ended up having to bump out of the B because I beat Lerone. Lerone, if you're watching. Anyways, I bumped into the A, and then I kind of blew out in both of the A mains for e-buggy and nitro, but it is what it is. I had a great time racing. They call it racing, they don't call it winning, and I can live with that. Anyways, that's really not the story I wanted to share with you. So many times people ask me, what does it take to become a pro, or how do I know if I can become a pro? And the truth is, I really can't answer for anyone, let alone everyone, right? But there is one local out there in Las Vegas. His name's Kyle Johson, and Kyle's a super nice kid. And when I say kid, I'm not exactly sure how old he is, but I know that he can't drink a beer just yet. So he's still pretty young. Kyle's a fast local, and he's always been fast, and I've seen him at a few races. He's kind of inching his way up, and he's kind of getting into the A mains, but he hasn't really been a threat for victory, right? He hasn't really been a threat to the top 3 or 4 guys in any of the races at the last few races I've been to. Okay, so it's 1/8 scale expert nitro buggy time. Let me just tell you a few of the guys that were in this main, just so that you kind of understand what kind of accomplishment Kyle's about to achieve in this video that I show you. Adam Drake, national champion. Cody King, 2010 world champion. Kyle McBride won countless races, including the Silver State race against top competitors. And of course, the current reigning 2014 IFMAR 8-scale off-road world champion, Tessmann. So there is no lack of talent in this race. I mean, there are other guys that are in this race like Cody Newmandahl and just a few other really fast guys. So the 8-scale race begins, and I'm standing there with Gordon. We're watching Ty's car. And slowly but surely, Kyle Johson fights his way up into 2nd place, and he's doing battle. And so I really wasn't prepared for this, so I just grabbed out my phone and I started videoing from track level. And when I got my phone out, I just had this gut instinct. I'm like, you know, I think KJ's got this. I think he's going to win. Like, his car looked good. He was driving clean. Lines were good. So I went up on the stand. I did some more videoing. And then he lost the lead. And I was kind of like, I was a little bit heartbroken for him because I like the kid a lot. Not that obviously Ty Tessmann's a very close friend of mine, and I really like Kyle McBride. Kyle's never been anything but super nice to me. So I went back down. And then with just a few minutes to go, KJ finds his way back up into the lead in an epic battle with Team Associates Kyle McBride. And so I'm going to show you this battle here in just a few seconds, but I want you to know a couple of things. Number one, there was some really, I wouldn't even call them aggressive passes, but there were some high-speed kind of like touch-in and bang-in. None of it, while it's hard to see probably from your TV or your computer screen, I can tell you that it was all pretty much wheel-to-wheel in my opinion. I talked to the associated team manager. He didn't think it was super dirty. Now keep in mind, the race announcer was calling the race. Jimmy Babcock was calling the race. So if any of these passes would have been super dirty, I'm sure that Jimmy would have called it out and said, hey, look, that was a dirty pass. None of that happened. It was a really, really good race. The ending was amazing. And let me show you this race, and then I'll give you my thoughts on it after. So let's watch Kyle Johson in an epic battle with Team Associates Kyle McBride at RCTracks Las Vegas and last week's round of the Nitro JBRL.
With the world champ right behind him in 2nd. So Johson, Tessmann, and McBride down the straightaway. Jason Snyder getting a video. Oh, and Tessmann with the tumble. And a drop down to 3rd, McBride, and now Kyle Johson starting to pull away from McBride and Tessmann. So here they come down the straightaway. Kyle Johson, Kyle McBride with Rodriguez. Rodriguez running a lap down with that flame out. Tessmann running 3rd. So Johson and McBride. Mugens versus Associated here. At 7 down, 8 to go, so pit stop should be coming up soon. 7 down, 8 to go. And try to squeeze it by through the backside double-doubles. 20 seconds to go, they'll make it by for one more lap. So everybody gather around, battle for the win on the final lap. Here they come to take the white flag down the front side. White flag is out for the Kyles. Johson and McBride going to do battle on the final lap. Through the left side, oh, a little tap for McBride, pushes him wide. comes back. They both get together. And McBride going to take over the lead now on the final lap. Finish the lap you're on. Time has expired. Kyle Johson with one more crack at it. Nice downside. And munches his way up to the lead spot. So Johson, Johson takes the tumble. McBride coming right back. This one not over, and Johson front flips. McBride going to take back the win. One more corner. Kyle McBride going to come by and take the A-main victory. Kyle Johson with a good run for second. And Tessmann going to finish in the third spot. Rodriguez not going to finish. Saxon's out.
Okay, was that pretty epic or what? I mean, if there's ever been a story of hometown boy makes good, this is it. I mean, Kyle Johson showed up and competed and beat former world champions, factory drivers. Now, I know what people are going to say, oh, it's KJ's home track or he's had laps in, but I just don't care. The kid doesn't get paid to race. He's not a full factory sponsored guy. And for him to show up and lay it down the way he did, I was super excited for him. And what's even more than that is even though he lost, how can you not be impressed with the kid when you run up to him and he's still smiling even though he didn't win? I mean, I don't know if you would ever see a top-level professional smiling when they had the victory and lost it. So, in my opinion, that was Kyle Johnson's victory. It was his. He gave it away, unfortunately, but he still had a huge smile on his face, and it was a huge accomplishment for him. If he wasn't on the radar of any of the big factories as a true, future opportunity, I think he is now. And he's just a nice kid. If you actually heard the video, I'm friends with a lot of these guys, and I respect all of them, and I really like McBride, but I was really, really cheering for Kyle Johson when he crashed. The guy you heard screaming, no, that was me. Shame on me, but it really was. I wanted to see the kid get a first big victory at his home track. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I guess the moral of the story is this is kind of a David and Goliath story where hometown boy battles big factory-backed racers and nearly wins, right? I mean, was it a victory? He might not have taken the top step of the podium, but this was a huge win for Kyle Johson. And so if you want to be a professional racer, you're going to have to do exactly what Kyle just did in this video. You're going to have to let the pros come to your track. You're going to have to beat them clean. There can be contact as long as nobody flips over or crashes or anything like that. But you're going to have to beat a pro when they come, or a bunch of pros, big name pros that are at the top of their game to prove to these factories that you have what it takes for them to invest their time, energy, and money in you. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Sorry about the bad footage. The truth is I was so busy watching the race that my videoing was medium at best. So anyways, you guys, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. I just want to say thanks again for watching my videos. I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed this video, you'd be doing me a huge favor if you could either like, comment, or even better, subscribe. I post a lot of stuff on social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, stuff like that. So if you want to catch up with me, I'll post this stuff up for you, and you can come on over, add me as a friend, follow me on Instagram, and you'll be able to see things that just don't make it to YouTube. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.